Hello, and welcome to another episode of Third Action. I'm your lovely host, Jason, and these are the same three heroes that were here last week. In the bottom left, we have Asher Ford, Human Ranger, played by Char.
Hi. I've decided that no matter what happens, I'll be sad, because if we die, I'll be sad. But if we live, the game will be coming to an end, and I'll also be sad. So there's no happiness or joy in the future. And I have to deal with that now.
Well, potentially T-posing for dominance, we have Greshy Ironroot, Halfling Druid, played by Will. Or is that Y-posing?
I was excited, but now I'm just feeling a little bit let down. Oh.
No.
And in the bottom middle, bottom middle. You already had the bottom middle. Bottom right.
I'm still
we have
here.
Gunn Shough, Human Champion of Erastil, played by Adam.
Game forever, everybody. Game never ends.
This is where we Metroid you guys and reset you back to level 1 so you can do the campaign over again. It'll be great.
Yay.
All right. So,
Keep the weapons though.
Yeah.
Last time on Third Action, our group of intrepid adventurers, let's see, what did you do? You fought your way through a terrible nightmare maze that you got trapped in as a result of touching the strange Aklo doors that led to, as you eventually found out once you escaped the maze, the mystery time device that the spiders of the nightmare realms told you to destroy. There, you fought off a group of 12 denizens of nightmares, I guess 11 plus the boss, and destroyed the device for good and for all. You also located a useful Aklo device that would allow you to do a number of rune transfers, which I believe you have used overnight to assist you in your preparations. You also discussed battle plans for what you should do for your presumed upcoming encounter with Karzoug himself. You debated, since you had already gotten him to use up some number of spells, you debated rushing in with being low on spells yourself and trying to encounter him that way, or giving it a day, letting yourselves get up to speed, or up to full potential, removing Asher's drained condition, etc., and preparing your runes and that sort of thing. Ultimately, after much deliberation, you ended up deciding to spend the night in the High Seoptra. What is her name? Most High Seoptra. There we go. I know there's another word. You end up saying the Most High Seoptra's room, which is nice and lavish. If you wish, you could overnight. You could have taken a bath in her lovely shower that she's got there in that room.
I'm good.
You know what?
Not touch these things.
Kind of tempted.
I'm gonna offend Karzoug with my body.
Why not pamper ourselves?
Classically, I believe Asher had issues with baths and such.
Bathing and getting wet, yeah.
Why would you want to remove your natural everything?
That's true.
It's nature's way.
Well, yes, perhaps we're treated to a Gunn shower scene, if he wishes, as he freshens himself up, wipes off the stench of battle, and prepares himself for the fight to come. You have all done a number of transfers. Do you guys want to go ahead and just go over what rune transfers and things you've done, so that the audience is aware?
Yeah, we did do some rune transfers using the transfer machinery that we found.
Oh, the list.
Essentially, we put all the runes that we found to use. So, I think everybody has a +3 major striking weapon. And
yes.
A +3 armor.
Mm-hmm.
With Gunn not putting a Sahedron Resilient rune on his armor, but being fine wearing the ring for the time being.
Feels the same effect.
And then we also gained a greater frost rune on Remedy and a greater fearsome rune on Asher's bow. And
Swapped out the frost
what
rune.
else? Right.
A shadow armor.
Oh, and a
now.
shadow armor.
Not
yeah.
sure that'll come
Stealth.
in handy, but it's
Stealth
cool.
bonus.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Sort of stealthy.
Sneak about.
Greshy does have those benefits. He's actually put all of these enchantments back onto his snakeskin bodysuit. So you do still get to see the scene of Greshy stripping out of all of his robes and just... It's actually not that bad because it's fresh halfling body. It's a little aged. It's still probably around his regular age of 40-something, but it doesn't look nearly as saggy as Greshy used to look. But he
When you
uses
reincarnate,
that
you get like brand new baby skin,
I assume as much.
Yeah, it's pretty
like not sun aged.
He's
Yeah.
honestly looking. There's a reason he looks rather handsome, and it's not necessarily because he just happens to look like Dev Patel.
He's fully grown, but he's just been like also as if he were born.
Yes,
Like last week.
skin's freshest layer, perfectly immaculate.
It explains the bit of glow that he seemed to have.
Yeah. Now that you mention it.
In addition, I think overnight before you guys wanted to sleep, Greshy, I believe you wanted to do some crafting on Mender to see if you could upgrade it.
The night before, I went ahead and took care of the scrolls. I will take care of
Oh,
Mender
sorry.
in the morning.
Okay. So that'll happen after once we get started here. And then let's see, is there any other
Asher, I
things
have
that
something
happened
for
over-
you.
Oh.
Something so good. We have in our Dash from the Dragon a potion of undetectability. This will give a greater invisibility that lasts 10 minutes instead of 1.
How fun.
This means Asher can be invisible for probably most of the battle
I like this
while
plan.
still shooting.
I will just mention that it's possible that it will just regular invisibility may still be something he's countered. And it also means I can't target Asher easily, though I think I'll have cast on myself, so
This
I should be
potion
fine.
also protects against sea invisibility and has a higher than normal defense DC for true seeing.
Fascinating. Well, then still going to be a problem for me casting on
Let me
Asher, but
hand-
hopefully will actually be an issue for...
I'm not
Karzoug.
saying to precast. I'm not saying to chug it before we go in.
No,
But
no,
let me
I'm-
hand that to you.
Like I
And,
die and no one sees.
The body is just vanished.
Body
Well,
is
if you have your
not
regeneration
here.
on when you
Well, that's
think
true.
it,
That's true.
that'll help you. But just,
I,
keep that.
I like
maybe
the
keep
plan.
that.
I'm just noting downsides.
Maybe keep that in your gloves, restoring.
Great glove.
That's powerful.
Mind blank.
Yeah, I'm looking through all the potions. I've put in all the spells that I plan to precast before we open the door, but I have not put in all of the potions that I plan to drink yet.
I have a list, but I can go through it now or you can go through it later. It doesn't matter.
Sorry, of what? Of the spells you've
Of
prepared?
precasting stuff, I
Oh,
I
okay.
don't.
We'll do that.
I can go
once
through it
you-
later.
Once
Yeah,
you're ready to cast all that. But
actually, yeah.
as a party, you're kind of spent the night discussing things that you want to do, what your plans are. Viorian, for her part, is listening. She's just sharpening this kukri that she's picked up off of the one of the denizens. And she'll go along with whatever you guys suggest, basically, as long as it involves her going with you.
Since
She won't
she's
take
doing
no
that,
for an answer.
I'll pass this to her. Also, I have an oil of animation, which might be useful on that kukri.
Wow.
So I think invisibility ends when you make
See
a.
if I can hand.
attack.
Nope, can't hand that to her.
I think Greater
Right.
doesn't though.
It's an
Okay.
oil of animation.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Okay, I can. I
It
can just
lasts
put
until.
I'll put it in her inventory, and you can just delete it from yourself.
Okay. I think I already dropped it on the ground.
Or heightened fourth.
You can use it to make a weapon gain the dancing rune. Okay.
Yeah, that pretty much covers it, I think.
All right. So, Greshy overnight spent some time crafting some scrolls of. I believe you created 4 scrolls of boil blood. Is that it?
Boil blood.
Okay. And that's an 8th level spell. Am I correct?
It is.
All right. Yep. Cool. All right. So, as you guys are getting up in the morning, and starting to go about setting yourselves up and beginning to prepare your spells, and Greshy getting ready to craft.
Actually,
yeah.
I have one more note. So I would have done the previous night is attempted to use the the messenger's ring to send to people back home, several of them. If it doesn't seem to work, I'm still going to try it multiple times, as long as every time it comes back up. It can do 1 sending per hour. And the message is pretty much the same. It's we're about to face Karzoug. He's hiding in a pocket dimension. Might be a one-way trip, even if we win.
Send a message to my dad. Tell him I love him.
Shalelu,
And
Asher's dad,
must
Mother
tell them
Teketz,
this.
and probably Ameko. I don't think we know anyone else who's affiliated directly with the Pathfinders Association to let them know. But
there's Finn, but Greshy knows her.
yeah, I have to know them.
Well, you met her, I believe, didn't you? Did you not?
Greshy met her? I don't know that we met her as a group.
I thought you all
Greshy's
met her
mom.
as a group. But yeah,
We may
I'm
have.
not sure.
Greshy's mother as well.
So I can, if we have 4 hours, then I can do 5 sendings.
Before
then,
mid.
Yep. Okay. All of those settings seem to go out just fine. You do get back kind of staticky, like you just, it's such a staticky response that you can't make out what's been said, but you can tell that these people have all gotten their message.
Okay, cool.
The signal just isn't able to get back to you.
Yep, that should be it for me.
Okay.
Right.
So as you guys are getting ready, preparing, Asher, you're probably the first to notice, but you hear sounds in the hallway.
I don't want to
from
hear
this
sounds.
southern door.
I hear sounds in the hallway.
It sounds like footsteps, and maybe
Where she
Ooh.
puts
like
this.
a brushing sound.
What?
Like
Asher
something
will
scraping
kinda
the walls,
stand
maybe.
up and draw his bow at the door, as I hear somebody's out there.
Something wicked this way comes.
I hope not, but we haven't really seen non-evil things in here.
Greshy will put aside his crafting supplies and get.
You
ready
hear a
just in
gentle
case.
knock at the door.
Who's knocking? Hello. Who is it?
It is I. I come in peace. I'm a friend. We met yesterday on unfortunate circumstances.
Oh, is
Might
this
I
that
come in?
devil? Do we want to trust that devil, Asher? Though it did look a lot like Gunn, and I do trust Gunn.
Oh yes. Yeah, well, if it
We
is
meet a
that,
devil
we'll let
yesterday?
Gunn. Yeah, that horrible creature that. you told
We
me
met an
not to-
angel and a devil yesterday. Asher at least said so.
I'm sorry if this is a bad time for you. I can come back later. I just thought...
No, come in.
Asher backs up.
Enter.
I'll leave this to Gunn if
I kind of come a bit forward.
if that's who it is.
Gunn says come in, and you hear the door handle turn, and
Oh, good
the
lord.
planetar angel, the very tall green man with
Oh.
multiple wings, is there standing at the door. Ah, good.
See? Devil.
I was worried that you might have all left already. But I see that you're still holding that device that I gave you. The third.
Yes, I think it might come in very handy. Appreciate that. I did not expect to see you again so soon.
I tried to tell you as I was fading that I would try to find you as quickly as possible, but I'm afraid I didn't have much time to explain.
I did hear that, but I didn't think that would mean the next day.
I got here as fast as I could.
Clearly.
Apparently.
Use Angelic Messenger, but there's something about this place, he says, kind of looking around. I wasn't able to teleport directly here, so I had to fly all through the night to arrive in time. I was able to use that hole in the wall that Khalib man had me guard.
I very much appreciate your returning for whatever you've come to say to us.
I have come to offer my hand in battle.
That's really useful.
Even better.
What did Khalib have you guarding the hole for? Exactly. How did he get you guarding the hole, for that matter?
This is a despicable mess. He used some kind of planar binding spell to summon and trap me there. I was bound by his infernal contract. I think he thought it was a bit of a laugh to have a holy messenger of Erastil guarding the place. I think he worried that perhaps you all might attempt to enter that way, and perhaps be put off by being forced to do battle with me. But I see you were able to rise above that.
Sure, didn't bother us much.
He doesn't seem to. I reacted to that, but he doesn't seem to react to that. He's got just kind of very neutral expression. It's his eyes are just kind of glowing white, and it's hard to tell what he's thinking or feeling at all.
Well, welcome, friend. Do join us.
Indeed.
Hope
Wait,
the
you
method of your return wasn't too harsh.
Oh, God.
It was not a problem. But you, the one with the messy hair, he says as he approaches Asher.
Asher kind of like leans.
Way back.
Yeah, just steps back a little, like, ooh.
Please, you seem injured. Allow me to heal you, he says as he approaches and will like hold up his like giant hand like in front of your face, and begin casting a spell. Do you accept it?
Can I figure out what spell's being cast?
Sure. You can reaction if you wish.
Sure. Fuck me.
A
31.
Accept a spell to my face. Disintegrate.
It's disintegrate. Surprise! It's Karzoug. Sorry.
We just let him walk in here. 31.
There'll be a bit of meta trolling. No, you're very familiar with the spell. It's restoration.
Oh. Okay. Well, then Greshy just kind of his eyes widen a bit, but he doesn't react otherwise. So.
Asher will trust this, but like when a dog is about to get hit in the face with a baseball. Like,
So Asher like flinches. You like look back at Greshy. He seems unperturbed, but you're still kind of flinching as this kind of holy light washes over you. And yes, he will cast restoration and remove your drained condition.
ooh. I do feel much better.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Kind of
Wait.
undoes his stance. Like, oh.
You all have taken much pains. The dog as well. May I? He says, cautiously.
Sure. You seem kind enough.
That's good.
Will,
He does bite pretty hard.
I guess it's
I will venture not to cause any problems. It's okay, he says as he kind of waves his hand again in front of Phelan, casting a restoration a second time, removing Phelan's doomed condition.
Oh. That is a relief.
There.
Actually do appreciate that. Do you have a
Whatever.
name,
Yes.
planetar?
My name is Eruzi. I am a planetar in the service of Erastil himself. I sense that you, he says, looking at Gunn, are a fellow servant. You hold up the horns. He holds up the horns
Yes.
in response. Then I am among kin.
And Rock, of course. Over there.
Ah. He turns to Rock and says in Celestial, I trust you have been looking after him. And Rock nods. Good then. I'm told your task is an important one, and I will do what I can to aid you. My spells are yours to command, my sword is yours to command. Should you fall in battle, I will attempt to revive you as best I can. But even my powers are limited.
Do you know much about Karzoug's location? Are we going to have to enter his demiplane to fight him?
Eruzi steps back, so that he's not, like, right up in your faces, and kind of shakes his head. I do not know where he is, but I could. And he'll pause for a moment and close his eyes and seemingly cast some kind of spell on himself. I do not sense his presence here. I'm afraid he is somewhere else.
I have a question. I think I know the
turns
answer
to look
this
at you.
question, but not this.
Oh,
is
sorry, not in
question.
character.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry,
Good question.
Angel Man.
Yeah.
Yes, this is an out of character question.
You speak to a higher power.
So I hit level 20.
Yes.
Let me go speak to my not.
Let me speak to your
god.
boss, please.
So I reached level 20, and I
Oh, I
have
forgot.
the ranger.
Mhm.
Excuse me, the feat to the ends of the earth, and to the ends of the earth says, when you use hunt prey on a creature within 100 feet, you can follow the creature's movement, so you know the creature's exact location no matter how far away it becomes, as long as it remains your prey. It must be legendary in nature to track your prey's location across teleportation or planar travel. Blah blah blah. And I never unhunt preyed Karzoug. Does this help, or would I have to rehunt prey something for this to trigger?
You know what? I'll allow it. I think you were very careful to only hunt prey one additional target each time in the remaining combat. So, sure. You can sense like the tracest amount of energy kind of still lingering here, and it's stronger in the kind of northeast direction from here. It's probably coming from that room.
Direction of those doors. Alright.
But yes, you
I'll
don't.
feel
You don't.
strongest in that room. Yeah.
You think that he's probably in his demiplane. You don't believe that he
Okay.
has exited it yet.
It's not hanging around here yet.
Filling out.
The question of whether we will have to enter it to kill him. I mean, whether we're going to have to kill him in his throne world, if you will. Or whether we can just do something here to seal him off forever. Seems important because, as we know, entering that demiplane causes your physical body to be destroyed. So,
Oh, right.
could be. That's why I was telling everyone. Could be a one-way trip, even if we win. We might not be able to come back without assistance. And the other element of it that I'm curious about is whether spells that we cast here will carry over into that plane if we do planar travel.
Yeah.
And that could probably be an Arcana check for somebody.
The spells carrying over, you believe that would be trivially true.
Okay.
That any effect you have on should stay on when you swap planes.
Okay.
That's not a concern. The other question is a bit more of an Arcana check to consider the ramifications of going through,
Mm-hmm.
And whether or not you'd be able to do anything from this side. So anybody can do that, or you can just guess. But if you're asking
I'll ask.
aloud, Eruzi shakes his head. I'm afraid matters of the arcane are a bit beyond my scope normally.
I think what I would do is make an aid Arcana check to pose the question to Greshy.
It's fair.
So I will go
Your
ahead and throw that
Arcana
out.
higher than 27?
My Arcana is just 29, I believe.
Good. I was like, 'cause mine's 27. I forgot whose was higher.
I was just double checking to make sure that I didn't get
Okay.
additional training.
My
since last
knowledge should add a +2 to Greshy, but I had a pretty good roll. So
Okay, yeah, a 39 is a critical success on aids. That'd be a +2 if Greshy wants to, or whoever wants to, make an attempted thought.
I'll give it a shot. Sure.
And roleplay wise, this is like you guys discussing it as a group.
right.
I will make it a blind roll.
Okay.
Question marks.
Well,
I did not include the +2 to that. For what it's
Okay.
worth.
So you guys start hashing out this discussion of what you think is possible based on the. I think Greshy, you still have some of Khalib's notes. So you guys start sifting through that a little bit, discuss the possibilities. To destroy whatever, like to fully trap Karzoug in that space would involve destroying an artifact level like device, probably. You would have to take time to like learn how to do that, and that is probably more time than it would take for him to come out at this point. He probably, as soon as he like fully reforms, which he was already very close to doing by your estimates of like just the power level of these images and things, you've probably got about 6 days before he fully reforms and just comes back himself. So you could wait for him to do that, but then he'd be much more powerful. As a matter,
Seems like a bad idea.
to get there, yes, you'd be sort of losing your connection to the material plane, much like he did going into his plane himself. But there's an interesting. He has the rune well. There's no reason why you couldn't use the rune well. And since you guys are much less powerful beings overall, you should be able to get back on a significantly lower energy amount than Karzoug would require for his like full revival.
We have to get people to die for.
They're already dead, I think.
Or is it,
it's-
just the idea of siphoning what's already there?
That's what I was going to say, is that there's a part of me that feels like I should feel bad about it, but the other part of me doesn't actually feel bad about it. So
Send a message. Go kill a bunch of people.
sending work again
The
today.
damage is
So-
sort of already
Here's
done.
a picture of it.
You know how
Yeah,
we
you
saved
would-
Turtleback Ferry? Can you unsave it first, please?
You have a
Thanks.
sense that the energy that's already there is probably enough to get all of you back. As long as no one damages the rune well. Or, like, destroys the rune well. If the rune well gets destroyed, you're all trapped.
Hold on. So let's
Okay.
not destroy the
Be
room
trapped
now.
together.
There might be other ways
Nice.
out even then. Like we could
We would have to
potentially
worry
figure
about that
out things.
when we
It
got
is,
there, but
in addition, it is possible that you might be able to manage some kind of plane shifting ritual to get back.
Or someone else could summon us back, maybe, if they were kind enough to do so.
Yeah, you believe there's potentially other ways to get back. Those would be more like hours and days of research to figure out exactly how you would do it. But you're pretty sure your best bet to get back is to kill Karzoug, break his connection to the rune well, and then take the rune well out yourself.
The last thing that could majorly derail our plans would be if Karzoug had his hands on an anti-magic field that he could... Now, normally that spell has to be cast on yourself and it emanates from you, so that I wouldn't be too worried about. But if he had some means of preparing one inside the plane or inside the room that we'd have to pass through in order to reach him, that would be bad for us.
Aye.
So that might be worth asking the quill. Just that one thing. Does Karzoug have the means to create an anti-magic field?
And what's a nickname that he doesn't like?
Mm-hmm.
Another one.
Sure.
Yes.
Rather not walk into that one
Mhm.
and just be like, okay, you're all buffed. Okay, all your buffs are gone.
Well, I'll pull the quill out and offer it. You're welcome to use it. If y'all don't mind, though, I do have work needs to get done before we get in there. Since apparently we're not fighting, right? Seem
Right
cool.
this moment?
Nope.
Oh,
No.
yeah. No.
Oh,
Yeah,
As-
yeah.
Aruzi
You don't
seems
appear to be
kind,
in a
so-
fight.
Ruzi like shakes his hand in front of his body dismissively. No, I do not wish to battle with you all. My
Good. Okay.
my fight is with the evil that still dwells here.
I'll take it up with Fiorian, and then
Oh.
we'll be
Ask
working on the staff in
Quill
the
if
meantime.
he has like sin spawn in there with them, or if it's just him. If the Quill knows that.
That could be. That's a
Or
fair.
what's in there with him, if anything.
Yeah, what's in there?
Yep, that's a good question.
I don't know if Sandra Ghoul knows that stuff.
So I guess question one: what minions does Karzoug have with him inside his plane,
Oh.
Okay.
if any?
Sorry, I have to look at how this is the revelation quill. You're using the 1 week activation.
I
think so.
To
Might as well.
yeah,
Not
once per
to.
week you spend 10 minutes writing some questions. You get 10 questions and 10 answers. Okay. So sorry, what was your first question? I will write up the response in the chat.
What minions, if any, does Karzoug have with him in his plane, or the means to make?
Protections too. Yeah. I guess that's with the anti-magic stuff.
You get a response back as the quill takes over your hand and starts writing. I've written it in the game chat.
Ah. Okay. It says
fair.
he always keeps a blue dragon and at least a few giants on hand.
That makes sense.
Might
Polymorphed
fight
or something,
another dragon.
Transmuted on his person.
Giants.
Okay.
Just in his pocket.
Blue dragon was electrical, yeah?
Aye.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any way Karzoug could place an anti-magic field such that he himself would not be subject to it?
You have a response. As,
Okay.
Again, it takes hold of your hand and writes out in a very flowery font.
Sense.
Probably not.
That was always more Bellamarius' style, is what it says.
Okay.
Envy.
And
Abjuration.
abjuration. Yep. Okay.
It's reassuring.
So, anything else we want to cover?
Did we ever ask, like, oh, I guess, like, if we asked weakness, it might just say, like, oh, the opposite.
Yeah, we already sort of know his
Yeah.
general weaknesses.
Ask it what his favorite color is.
Oh, yeah.
What its favorite
It's
color?
probably gonna be, like, blue or green.
Purple. I bet it's purple.
Okay.
The peacock.
We have
My
8 more
favorite
questions.
animal.
You know,
What?
just get to know people.
You don't have to use all 8.
Yeah, we don't. I don't-
Jason, we have to use all 8, and we need to know
Them all.
what is the peacock spirit's favorite color.
I'm about ready to let the remaining questions go. I think those were the main 2 concerns that I had.
Yeah, Greshy and Asher offer some useless questions while you're holding the pen and considering.
Where if we're about, think of questions you'd like to ask before you die. They don't even have to be about this.
How would the quill return to the material plane if we left it behind in Karzoug's pocket dimension?
I imagine it just responds, please don't do that.
It responds.
Ah,
Or others like it.
Okay.
Not a unique artifact.
Hmm.
That's sad. For me, not for the quill.
okay. Well, good to know that would sort of work, though.
Are there any questions? Ask it if there are any questions that it would like us to ask it.
What questions would you ask yourself if you were us?
If you were up against Karzoug, what questions would you ask yourself?
No.
Like, you're all so stupid.
We'll pass on
Like, just put my quill somewhere else. Throw it out the window.
Just no. Response is just no.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
that was
as
actually
you
pretty
say
good.
that, you feel your hand get pulled towards the paper, and it writes out one last thing.
Aw,
Mm.
good luck, we're friends.
When did we get to be friends with the peacock
We're
spirit?
Friends. Oh boy,
Asher, how do you feel about being friends with a god?
this isn't a god.
The peacock spirit's supposed to be a god.
See, all right. I don't like
Step back here.
worshipping, and I don't like people worshipping
We can be chummy
otherwise
with.
very powerful creatures. But if one of them wants to be my friend with no ulterior motive, then we can be friends. But I just have a very big distaste of the whole, oh, it's so strong, I'm gonna do all this crap for it. Yeah, no, that's where I stand.
All right.
I won't do anything for this quill other than, like, oh, here's some soup if you're sick, because we're friends. You know?
All right.
It's the quill soup.
I think we're ready to move.
I see. Are you
I mean,
consulting
I'm
some
working
kind
for a
of
few hours
higher
here.
power? Iruzi says, just curious of what you guys are
Uh,
scribbling.
You might say that. Our understanding is that it's in contact with another of the Runelords.
Higher is relative.
Xander Ghoul.
I see.
But he has an axe to grind with Karzoug, so his words are probably close enough. And these questions are hardly, consequential in that way. Like, it's not going to mislead us into our deaths by the answers that it gave.
You guys really are that trusting, huh?
Like,
Fiorian says as she gets up and sheathes the kukri.
oh, fooled you. It wasn't a blue dragon. It was a red dragon. You cast the wrong resist energy.
So silly. I got my colors mixed up.
Okay. Not a huge deal. That's all I'm saying.
I don't want to fight another dragon, but I guess we don't all get what we want. So many dragons.
Well, I'm gonna go
We
check
are
out that door.
Also
make
already
sure
aware of
nothing
Karzoug's affinity for
dangerous has happened, Fiorian says. I'll see you guys there when you're ready.
The glowy door? Huh. He might die.
for blue dragons and for carrying around transmuted minions in his pocket.
Do we trust her to go, like, touch the door?
No, I'd rather she waited.
Well,
Let's all go together.
Yeah, she walks off.
Please don't do that,
You
Bjorn.
guys still have to do your own
Yep.
spell prep and stuff.
Damn it. Well,
I mean, I
Can't
still have
do that.
crafting to do this morning as well, so.
And Greshy wanted to do some crafting.
Fine. If she throws in with Karzoug, then whatever, we'll deal with her.
And she
5
just said
hours
she's going to go
later.
stand in front of the door, so.
well,
Mhm.
she said that.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Sure, okay.
You can, like,
I mean,
say-
you
you
can go
can say
follow her if
anything.
you want.
These good
This is a
people are
free
very
tower.
trusting, you see.
Yeah.
You're all so trusting. I'm
The-
just gonna go do it. Trust me. Like,
Yeah, you can go follow her. I don't care.
She's
Well, we have
testing
to
the trust that you
find out.
just said that you have.
I'll send Rock to follow her.
Rock doesn't know
Purchase.
the layout of this place.
oh yeah.
Rock looks at you
Rock.
That's
and
why you should follow her.
if you wish, and
Oh,
Rock
Rock is gonna get
will
lost.
kind of try to squeeze through this door here.
I should have drawn Rock a picture.
And yeah, Rock will attempt to follow.
It's a one-way cavern, and it's the big glowing door. Don't open it.
Don't go to the left, go to the right when you get out to the yeah. If you get to a stone floor that's not golden, don't go in there.
Okay, you gave him instruction.
Go the other way. Yeah.
All right,
All right.
and then we do our prep.
Okay, hour of
Go
spell
down the
prep.
spiral.
Excuse me. And then how long Greshy is crafting? Question mark. That is a sentence.
4 hours.
4 hours.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4. Give me your roll. What's the DC?
How did we
though,
get that late in
first?
the day? That wasn't.
It was like
It was
7
like 5
a.m.
o'clock. Aye, so how is it noon? It was
8,
actually,
9,
why was
10,
it 7 a.m.?
11?
We were sleeping for 8 hours and we went to bed at 9?
I just kind of skipped to the next day and assumed you would wake up around 7 a.m.
Oh, fair. Okay.
You think
Well,
Karzoug
anyway, I guess it's noon.
Or do you think he just
DC
stands
would
there?
be. Greshy's trying to upgrade Mender to be a true Staff of Healing base. So because it's a unique weapon, it makes it a plus 10 to the DC. Trying to do it faster is a plus 8. Puts it at DC 53 total.
Okay. So DC 53? Go ahead and roll.
That's what fate is for.
53.
Okay.
Yes, we're going to be applying all of our fate points at this.
All right.
I imagine none of you all want to give me a hand with it at all.
Big crafting, but I can try.
Asher could probably. I don't have crafting.
I don't know if anybody does have,
I'm
but
I'm just trained in it, but I can.
you can still. I
Assist.
can borrow your hands. They're useful.
Okay. Asher, you can roll a crafting check.
30.
30 is
Even
a
30.
critical success on aid, so add a
Ah.
+2 circumstance bonus.
All right.
So you have a total of 9,
Aid.
10, 11, plus 11.
Still only wants to give me the +1 for that for some reason, so that's fun. +9. Also only wants to give me 1 point for that. Okay, so I'm getting 2 points for Asher, 9 points for Fate, so it's gonna be +11 to whatever I roll, because it doesn't want to actually give me the full amount of points.
Okay.
So it's a natural 52 total, with 11 puts that at 63, which I believe is a
Sounds
critical
like a
success.
critical success.
Whew.
Does that mean you're done early?
Unfortunately, no.
Not early.
It doesn't
no.
actually do any. It doesn't mean a damn thing for our purposes.
Okay.
But it just means that I now have a much more useful base staff, in addition to having all the mender capabilities.
Yeah, I assume
So
you have all the
I now
money and
have-
materials for it.
I've plenty of everything.
I will go ahead and
We're
attune that other staff,
of healing.
greater staff of healing that you have.
All right, let me
so you can
give
pass
that to
me.
you. Yes.
Okay.
Staff of Major.
So Greshy spends the next couple of hours with Asher's assistance, carrying things around, holding things together, etching runes into the wood,
Just grab
upgrading Mender
Coins off the
from
ground
a-
there, shove it in the chest.
Yeah.
So much.
You upgraded it from a greater to a major? Is that what happened?
No, I upgraded
Or is it
from a
major to-
regular staff of
true.
healing, the very first baseline staff that Greshy started with, all the way
to a
up to this now true staff of healing.
All right. That's a lot of new spells.
And it's a full fence post still.
I love it. A fence post is back.
Fence post forever.
All right.
Storm's Fury is the staff that Asher's
Looks like
got,
a
and that's
key.
the one that looks like the kind of key.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So on upgrading that, all right, and then I presume you invest in it now. To
Aye,
or not
now
invest,
that everything's set.
prepare it now that it's all ready to go. You, which I guess would put your spell prep here.
Yes, this is when I would be doing it.
Okay. All right. Spells prepared. Everything is ready to go. Question mark?
I think so. I don't think I have to do anything else.
I think I'm set. Let's make a mess of things.
Woohoo!
Yep. We'll head over to the door. We'll drink all of our potions and cast all of our
Spells once we get
spells
there.
from wands.
Should we open the door to see what's behind it first, or should we just
All right.
I mean, we
Yes,
should probably check and make
through the
sure.
halls.
like peek through the door?
Let's at least do the ones that last all day,
Oh,
or
yeah,
at least
probably.
or an hour.
hmm
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I can get through this door, I promise.
Here, I gotcha.
Oh my god, all these corpses.
Okay.
Ugh.
So you guys start walking your way back through the halls, past all the Lamia corpses. Gunn, are you coming?
Mhm.
Everybody
I
else
thought you
has
were gonna.
walked. No,
Everyone else
not.
is walking.
Yeah, everyone else is walking. They're enjoying the.
Thought I
the
was
scenery.
gonna. Thought I was gonna get a free ride.
Fast
Also,
travel.
I'm having some trouble with Foundry. It's like
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm having problems.
It's just lagging.
Are you?
It's
Yeah, it's just slow right now. There's a lot of stuff going on the screen. We have a lot of
Whoops.
corpses.
I'm going back and forth.
so many bodies we left behind.
Yeah, now it's not moving. Okay, there we go.
Okay, now it's being very unhappy.
Okay,
I had
if you
that
guys stop
problem.
moving, I can warp you.
Okay.
I'll just have you teleport me.
I promise I'm not
Eventually.
touching anything.
Yep.
It just looks like this.
It just
I've-
it just looks
that's
like
true.
this now.
In
Okay.
both my hands.
I will note that there was a door that you guys never went through on the way. Whether or not you care about it. Oh, jeez. Hold on.
What?
Do we care
Very
about it?
refreshing. Everything
There was
is
a door?
going weird. Yep, there was a door. There was a set of golden double
I
doors that you
refreshed
never
it 2
touched.
times.
What are you doing, Foundry? You're killing me.
dying.
Music. I didn't like
Okay,
all that.
my move
This
is
is the
resolved.
power of Karzoug. He's slowing time down.
Oh no.
He's become too powerful.
Yeah, my foundry is just.
I mean, he does have 10th level spells, and time stop is one that he probably
There we
has.
go. It's loading.
Yeah.
It's loading. It's loading. All right.
I
it's
saw
back.
that spell. I didn't like that one.
What's
Oh, it's a great spell for,
For me,
time stop.
ah.
I just dropped
yeah, I
out.
peaked at the 10th level.
Or did you just restart the server?
I did not restart the server. I just reloaded myself, and now I'm here. Okay, sorry. I'm grabbing Greshy and Gunn.
I think I'll refresh just for fun.
Yeah, feel free to refresh.
Same.
I don't know what's going on. My server.
It didn't like all of us moving all willy-nilly at the same time
It's
on the
probably
sites as
not
well.
on our end, though, considering it's happening to everyone.
It
Yeah.
started
It's probably the
for
server.
me a little earlier, and I refreshed like 5 times to get it
Now
to
I can't
work.
click. Oh, sorry. Now I'm just being dumb. That's why. Okay. Technical difficulties. Where is somewhere? Let me put you here first. There's a lot of lights and things in this.
Big
building.
steps
Very
along
fancy.
the way.
Okay. All right. There's that path. Yes, there's a pair of doors here at the.
Oh, that's
Oh.
right.
South side of the.
I forgot we never went through them.
Do you want to give it a quick look-see, or do we care?
What could be behind these doors? I'll listen.
I mean,
Do I
guess
hear?
there could be another Karzoug image, but probably not. But if it was.
Asher, you hear, what sounds like the wind.
Oh, I hear the wind.
And you can actually feel like a very cool breeze coming from under the door through the cracks.
Why would there be wind up here?
Well, that's strange.
Another open into the outside?
Should I peek?
Could be another hole.
If you do, be very careful.
Right. I'm gonna stand here and push. I'm gonna swoop.
Okay. You open the door to reveal a very misty chamber with it's like soft yellow fog drifting around in the room. It kind of leaks out a little bit as you open the door. There's a kind of crispness to the air in here. It smells and tastes like fresh mountain air.
Oh.
There's
Is there a Karzoug thing in here?
there is a Sahedron on the floor in the back half of the room. It's hard to make it. It's kind of concealed. It feels almost foggy inside this room. It's very strange. And there are what appear to be 4 pillars made of some kind of mixture of gold and brass that form 4 kind of columns in the room around the Sahedron.
Feel any of Karzoug's fractures?
Yeah, that's. Can I
You're not sensing
squint?
Karzoug here at all.
Alright. Alright, I don't.
It's
sense
good, isn't it?
here.
Probably.
Well, what? Can I
Leave it for now, then?
identify the fog?
It would
what?
be an identify magic attempt. So
Oh,
it'd be 10 minutes
I
to identify
don't.
magic.
Does
I
anyone
could-
have a quicker
I could
way?
do that. Yeah, I could quick
Okay.
identify as a
Okay.
magic effect. I recognize this.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and give me it could be any spell school, I suppose.
I'll stick with religion.
Ooh.
Good roll.
Okay, that's a natural 19 for 47. As you look at the room and sniff a bit, this looks like a teleportation circle. It presumably goes somewhere outside the Pinnacle of Avarice.
Okay.
But if you
Could
were
be an
to,
exit if we need one
if you were
in
to
a hurry.
step on the circle, it would certainly just teleport you wherever it goes.
Two-way accessible, potentially? Or
You don't think it's two-way, no. Especially
Okay.
given how the
Don't step on there
field
unless you wanna
works.
be-
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
We
probably
Good
probably
thing
could
we
teleport
just
out, but not
walk
back in.
Makes sense.
Imagine if I just walked in.
Yeah.
It's just like, whoops.
Okay, let's
GM's
leave this
note,
for now.
Please don't.
I'm just gonna walk right into this room here.
Hey, look,
Uh,
Fitch.
Let's leave this for now.
Okay,
I'll
so you
close
close
the
the
door
door, and then don't move. I'll just warp you guys over to the.
Just
Okay.
take us the rest of the way there.
Yeah. Give me one
Wait,
sec
I'm
while I
gonna
zoom out. I think
Gives 100% map completion.
Must know. Here. Oh, she's on the couch. How good.
Okay, so yeah, you guys make it back to the where the glowing golden doors are. There you see Rock is just kind of standing there as a guard. Viorian is relaxing on the green velvet couch. That's just kind of conveniently placed right in front of the door. Iruzi walked ahead of you and seems to just be standing here beside Rock. But otherwise, nothing untoward seems to have happened. They're all just waiting. Asher, you
Before we
sense
open the doors,
that energy is definitely coming from that door.
Oh.
final preparation before we open the doors. I will go ahead and I will pull a wand from my wand pouch or belt, I guess, and call over Asher
Oh,
and
hi.
use that wand to cast spell immunity on Asher, selecting disintegrate.
Watch, she's like, I didn't prepare that spell, you dummy.
I mean,
Thank you.
that is also acceptable.
Yeah. I was so sick of being constantly disintegrated.
Now, this doesn't mean you're going to be immune.
Okay, that's fine.
It's immunity only goes so far.
Yeah.
How long does that last?
Until all day.
Can you go ahead and put it in the chat so I can attach it?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I think I only have it on the wand itself. There we go.
Oh, I should do my long strider too for 8 hours.
Yes, if
And
you're
there it is.
Just for
doing these sorts of
fun.
There's one
spells.
spell immunity. And then I'm going to call Greshy over and do the same exact thing on him.
Oh.
So then I'll roll the 1d20. Nope, looks like that wand is gone.
That wand
Okay.
is completely destroyed.
So you
But-
cast spell immunity twice on both of them, guarding them from the effects of disintegrate, and then the wand itself crumbles to dust, being overcharged.
Yep.
Okay. Asher has cast Long Strider on himself, 2nd level for 8 hours.
Oh,
Oh
I should
boy.
just actually click it. There we go.
Let me get my list up. Hang on.
Oh wait, can I consider?
Yeah.
It's
The
a
coconuts.
very far stretch. That this dragon egg here, is this just decoration, or is there some weird? This is like a conduit dragon's egg that's putting a dragon in the plane he's in, and if I shot it with an arrow, then there wouldn't be a dragon.
You think about it for a little bit, but you think that you're overthinking it. It's just a decoration.
Okay. I'm like, is this an Outer Wilds puzzle? Like, I've solved it.
Well, that would be cool. That is not what happens.
Yeah.
To me. I think someone
That's
already
okay. I'm
already
glad I
determined that
asked.
it's not magical at all. So you don't believe
Mhm.
that
Oh.
there's any connection there.
Okay, what else do I have? That's
It was
like
a GM
long
hint that there was a dragon.
There's a dragon.
I took the hint. I don't like that there's a dragon.
All right. So let's just go through the list here.
Sorry, it says Gunn is drinking a red dragon's breath potion. Is that what happened?
Yep, and an acid resistance potion. Those both last an hour.
Okay. Let's see. Can I just put those in the chat? Good. Dragon breath. Is it the worm level or adult?
It's on my list of.
Worm.
It's the worm.
Worm. Okay.
It's on my my list of things that I put in the chat to do.
Okay. I'm just.
I'll also probably use mine.
Oh, I wanted to extempore it. Damn it. That's fine. Remember that you have it for 1 hour.
I'm also going to cast from a wand misdirection, which I'll cast it on Asher and myself, and it will cause all buffs. When someone does detect magic on me, they will read Asher's buffs, and I'll probably do the same with Greshy, I think, and let that one go ahead and. How does it exactly work? It says
You can only
reshape
have
the magic aura of one creature or object to resemble that of another. One target is the primary target, the other is the secondary target. Effects that would detect the auras on the primary target instead detect the same types of auras from the secondary target.
I would only allow it on one.
Okay.
You can't have more than one of the same spell effect on a target.
All right. Well, then the second one will go between Greshy and Viorian.
Viorian. Okay. Could you cast it into the chat, please? That way I can.
Oh, actually, I'm going to have to pass that to Greshy to have him use it. Because it's an.
Okay.
Which spell was it?
Misdirection.
Oh, sure.
Actually, nope. It's gonna. Well, actually, either one of you could do it, because you have trick magic item, but I don't.
Ah, fair. Kind of. That's probably
Why can't I apply it?
arcane occult.
I'm not a fan of the message.
Asher could probably just
Okay.
do it.
If it's arcane, then yes, Asher could just do it. If it's arcane,
Yeah,
if it's
it's arcane occult.
then yes, I believe Asher can just cast. Thanks to
And
his
that-
fancy rune.
That wand, I suppose, will survive but be broken.
Okay. So you double cast misdirection. One from. Sorry, that's Asher to Gunn. Oh, goodness.
Gun to Asher, I guess.
Gunn to Asher. Sorry, so Gunn's effects will show up on Asher instead? It's the...
And instead of whatever Asher has.
Okay. And the other one is...
Viorian to Greshy.
Viorian's effects will show up on Greshy.
Instead of whatever Greshy actually has.
Okay. Okay. Oh gosh. Alright. Anything else you guys are doing before you open the store?
These are.
Before I use this, does anyone else want this more? The green dragon's breath potion worm.
Oh, I'm about
Anyone
to
think?
take a black dragon's potion, so
Okay, I was like, if anyone
could-
thinks they could use this more,
I could
then-
shove it down Rock's throat.
Ooh,
there's a thought.
that'd be fun. Because I'm like,
Yeah, let's have Rock drink it, actually.
yeah, you can
Okay.
certainly.
You have Rock drink that? I don't have a way of tracking these, so I'm relying on you guys to track it and remember that you've got it. And if you guys forget that you've got any effects, it's on you, not me.
All right, so we're casting Shocking Grasp into Gunn's spell storing rune to reload
Recharge
that.
it. Yep.
Okay.
We're casting Ocular Overload on ourselves so that we can, fuck with people who try to fuck with us. Casting Status on the party to just know how everybody's doing.
So the Ocular Overload
Greshy.
is just on Greshy?
Ocular Overload is just Greshy.
Oh,
So
there
when
we go.
Greshy's targeted by an attack, he can use it as a reaction.
Okay.
Status will be on everybody. Death Ward. Death Ward being cast on... Actually, this is 10 minutes. We're holding off on that until
We open the door, I think.
open the door. We've got Longstrider from a wand being cast. Foresight from a scroll being cast on Asher. It will give Asher a free roll, essentially.
So Death Ward not getting cast?
Not yet.
Okay. And then, sorry, what was the next thing? Something on the scroll?
We
Foresight.
successfully, because I forgot this was an Arcana spell, we are casting Foresight on Asher.
Okay, via trick magic item, that was a 45, that succeeds. The DC was 36.
Correct, it was a stupid magic item.
So Greshy will gain a Foresight reaction that will allow him to try and help Asher out if Asher's targeted by an attack.
Okay.
We're seeing the future. What else is on my list? Don't think we're going to worry about Endure Elements. Longstrider is being cast. Asher, Greshy will hand you a Greater Bravo's Brew to guard against fear effects. That. And Greshy will also cast... Actually, no, I think everything else is right before. So let's see what we're going to face first before we cast the rest of this.
This isn't how.
Yeah, that's an hour's. That's fine. So chugging potions and casting some of these spells to prepare, but...
Yum yum.
Delish.
My dog is also snoring really loud. So every so often I hear. I'm like, oh.
Greshy's taking Potion of Stable Form, or Greater Potion of Stable Form.
Correct.
How long does that last?
That's a good one.
Lasts for an hour.
Okay. All right.
I didn't even know we had that.
And we'll do also chugging the Black Dragon's Breath Potion, Worm. I don't know why it's attacked, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
why
that's
it rolls
what
the-
happened.
It gets very, very excited, but add that to my list of effects.
That are not implemented.
I don't have
correctly.
enough effects because you can still see my face, so I'm going to work on getting more buffs cast just before we actually start the fight.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
you can still see after.
As you go through literally every item you've ever hoarded.
Our horde.
It's better than waiting and not using them at all.
I have a lot of like Oh, I have this weird. I have this item I never identify. I don't know if anyone ever identified that it's either anti-magic oil or potion of undetectability. It's a mystery. I have no other info
Well,
on it.
I have here a actual potion of undetectability.
That's good, because I have a mystery one.
So, well, actually, I've already given it to you, I think.
Oh, yes,
But
you did
don't,
give it
yeah,
to me.
don't use it yet, though.
No, it's 10 minutes.
All
It's in
right.
my gloves.
All right. Anything else?
No.
Don't think so. I
I mean,
think
probably, but no.
I've got it.
There's one more potion that I have on me somewhere that I'm trying to dig out. It's like a mind blank type thing, but I've lost track of it. So it should
Wasn't
last
that
until
the-
next prep.
Wasn't that the Potion of Undetectability, or no?
I can create
think
some
so.
food
That
traps.
one makes you invisible. This was like a
Undetectability gives you Mind Blank. And Invisible. It's both.
oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it was. Okay, maybe that was it. It's not this mind fog mist. That's more of a bomb, I think.
You probably don't want to drink that.
How do I use that? Is that something I could throw?
I don't know.
Oh,
I could look it up.
It's a vial of inhaled poison.
It's a poison. You'd have to
Inhaled.
use an action to draw it and use one action to, like, let it loose in an area.
Okay, so I could throw it.
You could throw it, but it's not really like in a vial that's gonna break in a reasonable way.
Okay.
Your character does not think we'll get much use out of it.
Okay, then I will just forget about it. I'm good. We can step onto the to the carpet here.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
rug.
so as you get closer and closer to this door, you get like warmer and warmer. But you approach the doors themselves. Eruzu will follow. Viorian's just seeing that you guys are ready. Finally, she'll hop up off the couch, and have her stuff ready. You approach the doors. There's no handle.
Crew we are.
It just looks like a doors maybe that you're supposed to kind of press open.
Let's get out the chime of unseen servant, call the unseen servant, and then tell it to open the doors.
Okay. You fish around.
Open
for
before
the
us.
unseen servant chime. Who has that?
I do.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you fish around for the chime, ring the bell, and you hear a yes, master. And you direct
That
it
way
to...
we can all be weapons drawn.
Okay.
Mhm.
You direct it to open the doors, and you watch as like an invisible force seems to kind of press against the two doors, opening them wide. You are greeted with a view of a strikingly golden room. Every surface of this room is covered in gold. There is a massive floating orb in the back half of the chamber that's kind of arcing this powerful magical energy between it and these, I believe there's 8 pillars, square pillars around the room, which also seem to be made of solid gold. In the center of the chamber, there is a simple staircase that leads up to a kind of little landing, and then a big circular platform with the Sahedron rune engraved on it, just in front of
Gotta
this
get a better
massive
interior
glowing
decorator.
eye. And it's hot in here. It's very, very, very warm. It's like close to 100 degrees, maybe. It's like a little sweaty.
Ugh, unpleasant.
Karzoug likes it warm. Alright. Well. Yeah, she's off.
Kind of looking
Greshy
carefully as we
plods
start
his
to go
way
through.
in. You see golden, obviously
Stay close
decorative
together, everyone.
statues. Your trap sense is not tinkling. These are statues of, they seem to be rune giants. There's 2 of them that are just kind of standing in front of these pillars. There's these 2 what appear to be they're kind of like rods sticking out of the ground with these kind of gold clear glass orbs that are flanking the staircase, and each are kind of just arcing magical energy back and forth. Eruzi and Viorian follow into the room as you all have this
So bright you
deep
can't even
sense of
see like
unease.
anything but the white.
It's very uncomfortable in here for multiple reasons.
Is that
is
at the top of the
incredibly bright.
stairs some kind of a plaque?
Yes, there appears to be some kind of plaque on the upper platform below the eye.
Is it Thessalonian?
It
don't
might
imagine
be,
so.
but you'd need to be up there to read it.
All right, let's
I
go.
have bad luck like walking by myself. So I'll walk.
Let's all of us go at once, all together,
Yeah,
to read this thing in
and-
tandem.
Well, that is probably better than the alternative, honestly.
What does it say?
This formation is fantastic. No, we need Viorian right behind, and then we just need to have the angel centered a bit.
Sure, okay, fine.
There we
Yay.
go. Formation.
Alright,
Oh.
formation. With is Gunn riding rock? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, Gunn is riding rock and
Okay.
is kind of perched on the railing. I don't know how
Okay.
Phelan is sitting on the rails on the other
Greshy
side.
and Phelan are actually looking quite skillful
You guys can
terms of writing.
Oh,
You don't want to be on the railing. You can stand a little bit more like that. Okay, so you all surround this plaque, and it reads just quite plainly, the Eye of Avarice, from which our Lord Karzoug will return.
well, there it is. Do we jump into it?
Do we think that would work?
I'd like-
either
Can we
standing on the
examine this
platform
yeah, let's examine this device and see what the function is, if there's
or flying into the eye.
right a safe way to do this versus an unsafe way.
The eye is the eye and the round platform are basically like kind of at the same level. So you could just like walk straight into the eye. Greshy, Phelan, Gunn, Rock, Viorian, Eruzi, you all feel a strong sense of kind of like unease approaching the platform itself. You start to see this kind of like double vision. You all around you is flames, pillars of fire.
Flames in the side of my face.
A kind of golden platform, some stairs leading up to what appears to be a throne in the distance. But that's all kind of layered on top of the vision of this room, which is also bright and shining and shimmering, and it's giving you a pretty strong sense of vertigo. And this gets stronger. It's very weak before you kind of walk up to the platform, but the closer you get to the eye, the stronger that double vision becomes. And you feel like if you were to step into the eye, you would be sickened. But you do think that is the way in. Asher, you don't feel any of these effects.
That was a very pretty room. I like
Is it though?
this room.
Does that mean Asher doesn't see the double vision?
Correct. Asher does not see the double vision.
Do I see nothing? Just the eye?
Yeah, you just see the eye, and you, Asher, you can actually see like kind of like the trail of greedy energy. Every once in a while, there's like a kind of, you can actually see what maybe is kind of like a spirit or something, come like flying into the room, becomes visible very briefly, and gets sucked right into the center of the eye.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Well, that's great.
Oh, right. The eye was the thing that they were using to filter the souls.
Mm-hmm.
If you have Viorian in, not Viorian, Viere, Asher, Viere is vibrating.
He's extremely upset.
Well,
Uh,
I mean, what do we think would happen if we shot right in the eye?
I'd like to find out.
What do I think would happen?
Does that seem better than walking into it and teleporting into Karzoug's
What
space?
if I accidentally destroy the eye?
I mean,
Well, we're not
that
there.
might be good. if it destroys Karzoug, good.
We'll see. I can shoot the eye. I don't
Alright.
care.
Before you do that, I'm going to go ahead and do the remaining 10-minute buffs, which is using a wand of resist energy, cast resist energy twice, and then casting some of my spells from spell slots. Freedom of movement and heroism.
Okay. So that was how many total actions was that?
4 rounds for me.
Okay.
All right.
That looks like a broken wand, I think.
That is broken wand. DC
yeah,
10, I think, is the.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do believe DC.
It's
10 is
that's destroyed wand specifically.
Destroyed, yes, sorry.
Yes.
All right.
So that
20-minute
was
buff.
energy twice.
Oh, sorry.
What was
Yeah,
the rest
first
of
one is fire, second
Okay.
one is electricity.
that? Okay.
And that'll give everybody here, I think, 10, resist 10 for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Which one was that?
I will put
Resist
it in the
energy.
chat.
Or sorry.
At a 4th level wand of resist energy. Once I find it. There it is.
I don't know if you can do the automatic heighten.
Well, it's a 4th level wand.
Right.
Oh, 2 creatures. So I see. Sorry. It's in that case, it's just on the fire. It's just Greshy and Asher.
Greshy
and
doesn't
on
need
the-
the fire.
Okay, Asher and Rock. And on electricity, it'll be who needs electricity resistance?
Asher. Oh wait, sorry. So this is supposed to be cast at level 4.
2
Greshy
creatures.
could take that.
Oh right, the amount doesn't change.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sorry, it's only 2 creatures, not 5. Yeah.
Okay.
For each one.
Okay, and who are the other 2? Sorry, you got 2 fire, then 2.
Asher, do you need electricity resistance? Probably.
I think if I hold on, I'm doing
It's a
this
good
just
idea.
for my own.
Greshy, do you have?
Yes.
I mean, I have everybody around me has some level of resistance.
Yeah. Okay, that's true. That
So-
includes you.
But if I'm out of it, I don't have any electricity.
Right. So definitely give
well, then
Asher.
It'll be Asher and Rock for both of them, I think.
Sounds good.
Okay, so Rock electricity and Asher electricity. Okay.
I gave it twice.
And Asher fire. Okay. Asher, did you already have a resist energy casted yourself? No.
No,
Okay.
I didn't.
I think there's just an extra one.
Primal
Alright.
Aegis is hitting
Yeah,
everybody, so everybody has a
Yeah, I'm
little.
Clicking. These are.
Oh,
way we don't have
I
to
see.
stand next
That's
to
what's
you.
going on.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
That's
That's why I keep
okay.
moving.
I'm confused.
over
All
there.
This way we don't have to stand.
it's your
Don't
automatic
stand
aura
so
that's doing
close
it.
to me.
Okay. All right, freedom of movement on Gunn, I presume.
Hmm.
All right.
Hey.
We ready to take the shot?
No, Greshy has spells to cast.
Yeah, that was Gunn's. Greshy's. What's Greshy doing?
Okay.
Stone Skin on Gunn. Death Ward. Death Ward. Death Ward on Asher, Gunn, Greshy.
Okay.
Where's my list?
Let me make sure we
Um,
put it all on them. Let's see. Death Ward.
Sure, of course.
Death Ward. Death Ward. Just moving you slightly. Okay. What was the thing before Death Ward? That was Stone Skin on who?
Correct, on Gunn. Give him a little physical resistance as well.
Okay. Is that's the 6th level version?
Yes, that was the 6th level, so
Okay,
give
I put it on Gun and let me
10
change it to the
resist.
6th level version here. Okay. Gun has the 6th level version. Next.
Alright, we're gonna cast See Invisibility on ourselves. We're gonna try and trick it to let us do so. A 43 seems to succeed.
Yep, that's a
So that's
critical
good.
success. DC 18, very easy. I will
Alright,
see
we will
invisibility on
cast
you.
Freedom of Movement on Asher, unless Asher has that effect already.
I don't.
You don't, then let's get you some Freedom of Movement for you.
Oh my god, the stacking.
And then actually, Greshy, using his new halfling ability, will cast it upon himself in that manner as well.
I want to see Greshy's face disappear.
Greshy should
Okay,
have 5
what else?
points.
One of my eyes is
Oh.
completely gone.
Wait, was that just 5 points? That was 5.
Asher,
additional
if you would
points.
like, you could cast Airwalk from the staff.
Oh yes.
Because you have 8 charges, so you could cast that twice. Cast it on yourself, I would suggest. And cast it on Phelan, I would suggest.
Airwalk. Where have you gone?
Gunn, do you want a potion of quickness for some haste in your hand?
Sure,
I'll
why
be
not?
trying to haste everyone as well, but just in case.
Oh, I have to pause.
Well, I'll store it on my belt at least.
Right. Not for the moment, but for later on.
I've got a couple.
And
there.
I think that, and then casting fly on myself as well.
Okay. What's the airwalk? Oh, is that Asher doing airwalk?
Yeah, and Phelan
Everybody
and
do try to stay
myself.
together. I have my champion reaction, I have other protections, and I also have other bonuses that will be going up once we start fighting.
Okay, so Asher and Phelan have airwalk. Greshy, you have fly.
You can still see Gershy's face. I need more buffs.
Our buffs.
I have more on my list, but they're 1 minute buffs, so we're waiting until we actually get into combat for those.
Mhm.
But this is it. I am now set. Let's fuck around and find out.
Yeah,
Shall we?
want me to shoot. I'll shoot into the
Okay.
eye. It just explodes the eye and we'll die.
Okay, so you're taking aim and shooting at the eye? Is that correct?
Could have been worse.
I mean, it's 37, fairly easy. It's a giant
So
floating eye, made of.
I mean, I just would have laughed if it was in that one.
So the eye itself seems to be made kind of the main base of it is like a kind of molten gold that's kind of like wobbling in the air. The iris of the eye, sorry, my eye terms are weird, is made of what seems to be loops of glass and steel. And you fire straight into the center. And as the arrow flies into it, there's seeming like a backlash of energy, and a rippling wave kind of shoots out, and then a portal begins to open, basically right in the center of the eye. It's almost like a kind of like a tear in space-time. Those of you looking at it who had felt uneasy before, as long as you look at that tear, which seems to go into some kind of like greenish space, you don't feel uneasy. You don't get that double vision. The tear is quickly starting to shrink, however. And as far as buffs go, I'll
Let's
say
move.
that a minute passed on while you guys were casting all that stuff.
That's fair. There was a lot of casting. Oh, I'll add this one to the list as well.
A true sight potion? Okay.
Aye.
All right. So, you guys
Fly
charge
in
forward.
all together.
Okay. Gunn runs forward. Viorian will do so as well, I presume. Asher. Greshy is fumbling for a couple last-minute things.
One last potion on his belt, trying to find it, get it out, pop the thing off, while at the same time he's commanding Phelan to get going.
And you all charge forward. And as you do, you kind of fly into the tear, and you can feel something strange just kind of like rippling through your bodies, as it's almost like a wave of just kind of like calming coldness passes over you.
We died.
But
I sure hope not.
Royal coils.
how you're afraid,
I'll
or
get
how
a
you're arranged.
new
Okay.
form.
We're kind of in formation.
Sort of.
Usually, Asher should be further ahead technically, but
Sure.
I think
you
they're
want to
the
protect him
back.
at all costs.
Okay. So as you guys pass into this space, when you next blink your eyes and reopen, you find yourselves floating in space.
Who's
Seemingly
that?
below you, you see Karzoug floating there. Nothing in his hands. Well, hands kind of behind his back. He just seems to be kind of floating in space. You see below him a kind of rippling waves of green energy and through those you can see down into what seems to be an endless field of flames. Each of you is, I guess, Gunn, you are mounted on Rock. Greshy, you're mounted on Phelan. Asher, you are just kind of free-floating. You don't seem to have any of your items or gear on you. If you like reach back for a sword or weapon or anything like that, there's nothing.
The things that were in our hands.
Yeah, you're just kind of floating there.
Hi. Hi, Karzoug.
Hello, Asher. I was hoping that we might have this time to talk. Before we say our unfortunate goodbyes.
Unfortunate for whom?
For both of us, really. Or all of us, rather. I so dearly wanted to work with you all, to bring this world into a better future. But it seems that we just can't see eye to eye, can we?
Well, now we're inside the eye, so no,
That's
I guess
for
not.
sure. I'm confused, though. At what point were you ever trying to properly recruit us? You sent giants to murder and pillage. And then you had Mokburian trying to murder us, and all of your other henchmen.
Back then, I thought you were worthless, maggots beneath my boot. But I spoke to you in the Temple of Asala, after I realized your potential.
See, there's the problem. You start to learn the measure of a man by how they treat people they think are less than them.
Very true. And I don't think we align on what's best for this world.
We both align on the elimination of greed from this world.
Your plan eliminates greed from the world. Looks rather like you're making quite a lot of it.
For
Fostering
myself,
it
yes.
in all of its...
But look at how many greedy souls you've had to slay to get here. Not one of them really deserved to live. Not one of them had the vision for this Earth, this Galarian, to make it into a true haven for all those who could rise above, like yourselves, like me. But I see it is no point. It is useless to argue with you.
I'm sorry, I'm stuck on something. Why would these people not deserve to live even if they were greedy? They didn't ask to be here in the first place. They have every right to be here as anyone else who didn't ask to be here in the first place.
It's simple. They were inferior. He says, kind of turning towards you with a sharp look in his eye.
See, this is what I'm talking about, is the people that you seem to think are less than you. You constantly underestimate people. Why is that?
I spent all my life being looked down upon.
And you think you know better then. And yet.
And I do. Though I will admit that I made
Here
a
you are
mistake
doing the same
with
thing
the three of you.
that was done to you.
I got nothing. I don't think we're going to convince him that he's the asshat that he doesn't seem to think he is.
No, I'm frantically trying to feel Remedy is like about to arrive, or like if my bond with it's been severed. I could try using the called rune on the prayer beads to summon them to my hand.
Okay, you're just like kind of reaching up, like trying to grab at your, like to summon the sword. It really is a shame. Well then, only one of us will be leaving this place alive. Farewell, heroes, he says as he just kind of drifts backwards and fades into the green energy. And you two feel yourselves start to dissolve and reform.
Dissolve in what way?
Why I do not like
That's not.
gods.
Yeah.
People who
That's
think
not a great
like,
feeling.
I was just like,
If we
See?
tried to fly to where
So I
he was,
can't
would it work?
trust-
You don't even have to
No,
be a
yeah.
god to be an asshole. You could just be a regular man.
Yeah, but
you try to
regular
move
men have become
and
gods.
you can't seem to make any motion. You just the wave of cold just flashes over you again, and when you blink yourselves awake, you find yourselves standing on a golden platform on top of a symbol of greed. Your allies behind you.
not
As soon
what
as
we
I find your allies, I misplaced them. One moment.
Don't forget
So
Shalelu.
greedy that he wants all the greed in the world for himself.
That
mean-
is the ultimate greed.
It fits, doesn't it?
I want to be the only one who's greedy.
No one else is allowed to be greedy but me.
Got a
I'm gonna
point.
do a loose approximation of your spacing.
Can I be envious of how greedy he is?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
God, you're envying my greed.
All right. Let's see. If
Got
this
greed
will
envy.
work. All right. This will work. There we go.
Oh, holy hell.
You find yourselves, yes, on top of this golden platform, floating above this sea of molten lava, flowing all around you. You are looking into what appears to be some sort of like molten or like magma rock kind of outcropping sticking out of the lava itself. Behind you, in all directions, is basically just an endless lava sea. It's just a bunch of molten liquid heat all around you. There is, I'll go ahead and describe the scene here. Ahead of you is a staircase, goes up about 10 feet. I've hopefully labeled all of the heights here because there's a lot of height differences going on. It goes up 10 feet to a rune giant standing, spear at the ready, ready to face you down. She is about 75 feet away from you. Then there are these platform turns, and there's like kind of two little staircases that go up and around a sort of cutout platform. This platform itself seems to be housing the rune well. You've seen similar devices like this, but it is a round well shape. It's got these 4 jade pillars on it, and attached to those jade pillars are some like golden crossbeams. And attached to the golden crossbeams is a giant lens. And every once in a while, you can see like a green spirit go like flying through the lens, and it once it goes through the lens, it kind of flies away and disappears. But a bit of energy drops down into this pool of molten gold inside of the at the base of the rune well, and actually the rune well itself is just kind of overflowing with this kind of molten gold energy that's within it. At the far back, effectively 30 feet higher than you guys, seated on his throne is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Karzoug. He, as he sees you guys instantiate, he kind of steps up and steps forward. Or he's like in the process of like getting out of his throne. Behind him are a number of bookcases embedded into the walls of this fortress that's kind of like built into the magma rock. There are many tomes stored here. There are a number of chests on the floor. There's gold gems strewn about, scrolls of all sorts of types around him. There's a big pile of gold to the east of him, at the base of some big stone steps. There's another smaller pile of gold to the west. And then you are kind of flanked on either side. There's these long kind of catwalks that lead to an upper platform. And on each side, on one side, there is a cloud giant. And on the opposite side, the cloud giant is wielding a bow. And on the other side is a storm giant, who currently has a javelin in hand. It's like sparking with electricity. All around you, shooting up hundreds of feet out of the lava, are these pillars of molten gold. They seem to be quite hot, and are just kind of swirling with magma around them. And they do take up, like, they're kind of full. I guess they're I think I put them all intersections, but they seem extremely hot, and you can kind of see the heat waves pulsing off of them. The platforms themselves, except for the far back, all have undersides, and they're being held up by these what appear to be stone pillars that drop like 100 feet plus down into the molten lava, and that is what you all see. So, I think it is probably too late. We will begin with initiative next week.
Ooh.
The final battle begins. Will our heroes,
Woo!
Scrappy and Upstart, survive? Or will Karzoug,
There's no dragon.
master of greed?
Yet.
There's no dragon.
There's no dragon yet.
How weird.
I wonder where the
Huh.
dragon has gone.
Oh, curious.
Curiouser and
Disappearance. I swear to God, if it's a game.
How strange.
Ashford
Well-
now has permanent true sight,
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
A
Aren't
lot of
these
things have
things
changed since
dragons?
last time.
Yeah.
and I can cast it.
True.
This is
True.
a dragon.
Um,
You're a dragon.
Join us
We're all
next week
dragons.
to see
Karzoug's
just
a
how many
dragon.
of these creatures, including the party, are actually dragons.
All
Thanks
of
for
them.
joining
Imagine
us.
dragons.
We're so close to the end. I'm scared, you guys. But I'm excited.
I'm scared.
Let's do it. Next time. Goodbye.